On February 26th, 2018, the people of St. Martin went to the polls and elected a new group of parliamentarians, some of whom are here this morning. In doing so, creating the basis for the formation of a new government. Today, 4 months later, we have before us a new Council of Ministers supported by a new UD SMCP majority in Parliament. During the 4 months formation period for this cabinet, I consulted with various persons. As a result of the consultations, I named and worked with informateurs Mrs. Nilda Lynch-Ardouin and Mr. Jan Boujon, who presented their findings to me on March 12, 2018. To both of you, I therefore express my thanks for your contribution to this process. Based on their findings, I named Mr. Theodore Heiliger as formateur to form this new government. The formateur, Mr. Heiliger, after securing Mr. Heiliger, express my sincere gratitude. And in particular, I wish to thank Mr. Heiliger for his work and cooperation as formateur. Thank you. Prime Minister, Ministers, today, 4 months since the February 26, 2018 election, and almost 10 months since the passing of Hurricane Irma, you have been given the full mandate to govern our beautiful island in difficult circumstances. Hurricane Irma and her aftermath have, as I have stated before, set our country back in no small way. And while we have made great strides in the past 10 months, we still have quite some work to do. Quite some work to meet the urgent challenge of rebuilding St. Martin. In that respect, I encourage you to take steps to meet the urgent needs of our people in terms of, among others, employment and housing. As you take up your mandate, I therefore hereby encourage you to do so from the perspective of opportunities. Opportunities. That is, by seizing opportunities to rebuild a sustainable St. Martin. I encourage you to do so because challenges weigh heavy on you, but opportunities gives you energy, and you're going to need energy. Prime Minister, Ministers, the challenges we face today are and should be approached vigorously as opportunities for renewal and revitalization. Those are, among others, an opportunity to strengthen our hurricane resilience through improved building codes, an opportunity to deal with the landfill by implementing a sustainable waste management solution, an opportunity to restore our economic gateway, Princess Juliana International Airport, to its position as a premier regional gateway, an opportunity to secure the rebuilding of our hotels and restaurants, an opportunity to further upgrade our healthcare facilities and services, an opportunity to revitalize our capital and commercial center, Phillipsburg, an opportunity to further optimize relationships with the Kingdom and work with the Netherlands and the World Bank to realize the NRRP, and an opportunity to reignite to reignite the growth of our economy towards a sustainable recovery. To make use of these opportunities, it will be essential to conduct sound financial management based on fiscal discipline, and in doing so, seize the opportunity to rebuild a more sustainable St. Martin as envisaged by your governing program. Prime Minister, ministers, as you assume your mandate to govern this beautiful country, I trust that you, in keeping with your oath, will work to overcome our challenges by seizing these opportunities aimed at improving the well-being of our people. And in doing so, it is essential that you always remind yourselves that accepting the position of minister through the taking of the oath today is a solemn expression of your commitment to perform your duties with integrity. It is your pledge of allegiance to the King and the Kingdom Charter. It is your individual declaration to always uphold the Constitution of St. Martin. And it is your solemn affirmation to always dedicate yourselves to foster the well-being of the people of St. Martin. Through your oath, you have accepted the obligation to serve all the people of St. Martin. In that regard, there rests on you, individually as ministers and jointly as Council of Ministers, a great responsibility. Your decisions will have lasting influences on the lives of the people of St. Martin. Thus, as you deliberate on taking action on the matters before you during your governing period, I wish you wisdom individually and jointly in the conduct of your responsibilities as you seek to meet your constitutional responsibility to the people of St. Martin. With that in mind, I hereby congratulate the people of St. Martin with the installation of this new government, and similarly congratulate each of you and your families with your appointment as Prime Minister, ministers, Minister Plenipotentiary, and Deputy Minister Plenipotentiary. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless St. Martin.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Tell them, connecting you.
My fellow St. Martiners, I must first thank God for granting me the strength and the opportunity to take up the role of becoming the second female Prime Minister for St. Martin. I must also thank the United Democratic Party and its leader, MP Theodore Heiliger, the St. Martin Christian Party and its leader, Mr. Wycliffe Smith, Minister Wycliffe Smith, for forming the St. Martin United Christian Democratic Coalition and entrusting me with the role of leading the country at this crucial time. While this indeed is an honor, I do not take lightly the fact that it comes at a time when St. Martin is facing serious challenges. Nevertheless, as a civil servant for many years, I am no stranger to hard work. And believe me, I am ready to work. And I firmly believe that a leader sets the tone of the organization. Make no mistake, I'm very cognizant of our present reality, and if we are to take this country out of its devastation into a future of prosperity, we cannot take a business as usual approach in our daily functioning as a government. The devastation caused by Hurricanes Irma and Maria in 2017 created unimaginable challenges, but it also has brought with it new opportunities for growth and general improvements. These times have given us a unique momentum to unite and rebuild a St. Martin that meets the needs of our people now and for future generations. It opens new doors for setting it right and taking the government apparatus and this country to the next level. At the heart of our government are the civil servants who work day after day to keep our doors open. I want to thank you for your tireless efforts. The coming weeks and months will be critical for us all as we become acclimated with the St. Martin United Christian Democratic Coalition's governing program 2018-2022, entitled Building a Sustainable St. Martin. This governing program reflects the shared vision of the need for urgent rebuilding and improving our economic viability and of achieving our political and economic goals in a sustainable manner, fully aligned with the globally adopted Sustainable Development Goals. It outlines the role we, as government, must play in order to redevelop our country and has been signed by each minister and each member of parliament who represent the coalition. It identifies projects that will be priorities and indicates who will play critical roles in executing these tasks. The governing program, which is the result of the economic and infrastructural reality that we are facing today, identify 5 strategic objectives to support the vision of this coalition. These objectives are setting it right, revive and restore, restructuring government, safety and security, and health and social well-being. These objectives are supported by initiatives and projects. To set it right and revive St. Martin's economy, we must have a structured approach. While executing the structured approach, it will mean that at times there will be changes to the way some of us are used to functioning. These changes must not be seen as an exercise in punishment, but as a means of ensuring improved productivity and, most importantly, achieving the overall objective of providing a better quality of service to the community. We must take full advantage of the opportunity to enhance our public service and plan comprehensively to deal with our administrative challenges and restructuring needs. We will face these challenges together. We look ahead to well-developed relationships with local and regional partners, as well as international institutions with the expertise to assist us with our efforts in rebuilding. While we are grateful for all funding made available to us thus far, we do recognize that these funds by no means meets the demands for reconstruction in the manner that it is envisaged by this coalition. Our goal is to identify all potential funding sources in order to face the current economic realities. I cannot conclude this address without thanking the previous Council of Ministers, especially Mr. Michael Ferrier, for the hard work and support you and your supporting staff put into getting this country back on track. It was indeed a great pleasure working with each of you, and I will not forget the many intense and enlightening discussions we had and the lessons that I have learned during the 5 months working with you. Therefore, on behalf of the people of St. Martin, I want to say thank you for your service. Now allow me to introduce the Council of Ministers. Of course, my person, Leona Romeo Marlin, Prime Minister, Minister of General Affairs, Minister Wycliffe Smith, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, Minister of Finance, Minister Perry Heerlings, Minister of Justice, Minister Van Hugh Cornelius de Wever, Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, Minister Emil Lee, Minister of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport and Telecommunication, Minister Stuart Johnson, Minister of Public Housing, Spatial Planning, Environment and Infrastructure, Minister Miklos Gitterson, Minister Plenipotentiary, Minister Yurin Waiter, Deputy Minister Plenipotentiary, Minister Michael Summersall. Together, we will create a socio-economic environment that is conducive to the realization of a healthy community. We will provide affordable housing, provide job security, revitalize the economy, strengthen our cultural heritage, and ensure that everyone has access to quality education, sports activities. We believe primary health care should be available to all. Therefore, we will work consistently to make healthcare insurance and medical service more affordable and accessible. Our journey does not end with the release of this governing program, but will continue with constant monitoring and follow-up to ensure successful implementation of the vision and agreements of the St. Martin United Christian Democratic Coalition. To everyone listening or watching, on behalf of the new Council of Ministers, I thank you for being attentive, and I want to share the following quote by former President Barack Obama that may be an inspiration to you. And I quote, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones that we have been waiting for. We are the change that we seek," unquote. And rest assured, I am committed to leading that change. May God bless each of you and bless the nation we love. St. Martin, let us work together.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 Fun Mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of Fun Miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free Fun Miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles, from within your reach.
Tell them. Connecting you.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
And that is a meeting in which the Minister of TIAT will come to Parliament to answer to questions regarding the cable TV workers as well as the subscribers. That was the request, a request that was sent in quite some time ago. The meeting started, did not continue. It was a Central Committee meeting. So we are picking that up again. I have the confirmation from the Minister of TIAT, and he will be in Parliament on Tuesday at 3 p.m. for us to continue that Central Committee meeting of Parliament. On Wednesday, also in the afternoon, we will have the Minister of Public Health, Labour and Social Development, and he will talk on the topic which was a request by members of Parliament, labour in general, as well as foreign labour. Especially during this time of reconstruction, there are many concerns with respect to foreign labour. Not only concerns about labor coming into St. Martin unregulated, but also from the side of many contractors who need the expertise and the skills. And how is the Ministry of Labor approaching this matter of foreign labor, foreign workers permits in the total sphere of the reconstruction? It is the feeling of several members of Parliament that given the extraordinary circumstances that we find ourselves in, and those being because of the massive amount of construction that is taking place and will be taking place, do we have all of the manpower needed here so that the contractors and other companies can have the necessary manpower? That is something we want to hear from the minister. How many requests has the minister got in for foreign labor? Can we look at providing some type of a policy with respect to bigger projects? You know, these are the discussions as we talk about labor, foreign labor. Do we have a clear overview as to what labor is available currently on the island? And it is a fact that even now we have persons working on St. Martin who are not documented. So when you take all of these components into consideration, what is government's view and take to now deal with it given the circumstances that we find ourselves in? So that is we'll hopefully get some answers from the government on this on Wednesday. And in addition to that, we have some committee meetings during next week, one of those being the Committee of Finance, in which we will have the CFT will be coming to Parliament, and which they do periodically, and give a report to Parliament with respect to the financial management of the government of St. Martin. We also have a committee meeting of the Committee for Par-Latino Matters. That too is a committee that I asked to be established and which has been established, so that Par-Latino is not only a matter of members of Parliament traveling to meetings, but what do we do with the information that we get from Par-Latino's organization.